Catherine Budig designed this sequence leading to full Vashisthasana to keep your practice fresh and encourage opening and freedom in all areas of your life, but most importantly, to have fun. Start in Tadasana, mountain pose, with your palms in Anjali Mudra, salutation seal. Begin Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing. Inhale, arms reach straight up, lift through the chest. Exhale, open the arms wide, forward fold, hands down onto the mat. Inhale, extend forward through the sternum. Step to plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, belly firm. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, four-limbed staff pose. Inhale, Cobra. Drop the pelvis, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pull the thighs and energy back. Elongate through both sides of the torso, lengthen the neck. Take the gaze forward to the hands, step or hop forward. Inhale, get long through the chest. Keep all of that length. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Press all the way up to stand. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up, starting to build that heat. Exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, offer the chest forward. Exhale, step back or jump to Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog pose. Open and smile through the collarbone. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use the extension of the spine and the legs here to encourage you to open up and let go. Exhale, bend your knees for Virasana, hero pose. Come on all fours with your knees touching and your feet slightly wider than your hips. Drop your bottom in between your heels and come to a comfortable seat. If you feel any strain on your knees or ankles, sit on a block instead. Rest your palms in your lap. Gently press the pinky toes into the mat. Root your tailbone as you lift your frontal hip points up. Draw your front ribs into your body as you lift your sternum up and roll your shoulders back. Set your intention to trust that everything unfolds as it should when you loosen your grip and allow yourself to be open. Use this invitation of space to connect to your breath. From hero pose, walk your hands forward, curl your toes under, and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog for a playful and open three-legged down dog variation. Inhale, lift your right leg up and roll your right hip open. Bend your right knee and gently pull your heel toward the glutes, being careful to keep your shoulders even and spread. Feel fun and free and joyful as you elongate through both sides of the torso. Straighten your right leg, square your hips, and bring your right foot down. Inhale, lift your left leg up and over. Feel the front of your hips getting warm and open. Bend your left knee and pull your heel in. Lengthen the back of your neck and make space between the shoulder blades. Keep your shoulders even as you have fun and play with the opening of your left leg. Then straighten your left leg, square your hips, and bring your left foot down. Inhale, lift your right leg up for a variation of plank. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward above your wrists, straighten your arms, and bend your right knee tight to your chest. Lower your hips in line with your shoulders. Press your palms into the ground and spread your shoulder blades around your side ribs to reach maximum rounding in your upper back. Try to plant a kiss on your kneecap as you bring your thigh to your chest and pull your heel to your bottom. Inhale, straighten your right leg up as you pull back to downward facing dog. Exhale the right leg back to the ground. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward, bend your left knee and lift your thigh to your chest. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders and spread your shoulder blades to open and lift your upper back. Bring your face forward toward your knee as you lift your thigh to your chest and your heel to your bottom to bring heat to the hips. Inhale, straighten your left leg up, pull back to downward facing dog. Exhale, left leg down. Lower your knees to the floor and come to all fours for balancing tabletop. Inhale, extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Create one long line of energy by pulling your ribs in and extending energy forward through your fingertips and back through your toes. Bend the left leg and internally rotate the right arm as you reach back and clasp the left foot. Press your left shin bone back and simultaneously lift your foot, opening your psoas, hip, chest, and shoulder. Exhale, release, come back onto all fours. Inhale, reach your left arm forward, your right leg back. Extend that long line of energy and pull your ribs in. Feel your confidence and balance building as you bend the right leg, internally rotate the left arm, and reach back to clasp your foot. Press back through your shin and lift your foot, finding the opening and balance. Exhale, release, and pull back to downward dog. Get as much elongation through the torso as you can. Press the tops of the thighs back, the shin bones back, and even stretch through the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward between your hands for Uttan Prishtasana, lizard pose. Stay on the ball of the left foot. Place both arms inside your right leg and lower your forearms down, either onto blocks or the floor. Extend your sternum forward, opening your chest, and melt your shoulder blades down your back. Keep the inner right knee hugging towards the right shoulder. Straighten your arms and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, open through the collarbone. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward. Extend back through the right foot. Place both arms inside your left leg and lower your forearms down. See if you can loosen your grip and allow yourself to feel open here. Extend forward through your chest and release your shoulders. Keep the inner left knee close to the left shoulder. Straighten your arms and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep that intention of pulling the energy back and elongating through both sides of your torso. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward for a variation of Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, one-legged king pigeon pose. Drop your left knee to the floor in a low lunge. Keep your right knee stacked over your ankle and place your right hand onto your thigh. Bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand to clasp your left foot. Roll your left ribs forward and gently lift the front hip points to release any compression in the lower back. Root your right palm into the thigh to help you lift off your chest. Release the back foot. Take your hands to the floor and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Drop your right knee to the floor. Left knee stacked over your ankle and left hand on your thigh. Bend your right knee, reach back and clasp your foot. Take your right ribs forward as you lift your front hip points to open and release the lower back. Press your left palm into the thigh and lift your chest. Keep plenty of space at the base of the neck. Release the back foot, take your hands to the floor and step back, downward facing dog. From downward dog, lower your pelvis and move directly into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Bend your elbows slightly as you hug your forearms towards the midline. From there, dig your fingers into the ground as you pull your torso through your arms. Feel as though your kidneys spread and lift. Fire your legs by lifting your kneecaps and pressing all 10 toes into the ground. Now straighten your arms, keep your chest lifted, and gaze up for 2 more breaths. Bend your elbows and lower yourself onto the floor to release. Take a few long open breaths to prepare for Dhanurasana, bow pose. Bend both knees and reach back through your arms to clasp your feet or ankles. Recreate the spacious chest in up dog and inhale to lift up. Let go of any tension to find more freedom in the pose. Press your shin bones back and imagine pressing your feet back until they stack over your knees. Lift your head and chest and keep your shoulders dropping down away from your ears. Press your belly into the mat on your inhalation. On your exhalation, see how much you can lift your chest and your legs. Exhale, release and lower to the floor. Lengthen your legs behind you and rest your forehead on your forearms. Feel the physical space that's opening in your body. Bring the palms of your hands to the floor, roll your toes under, and pull up and back through the thighs, down dog. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward over your wrists and come into plank to prepare for Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Bring your feet together and center your right hand on the mat. Roll onto the pinky edge of your right foot and stack your left foot and leg directly on top. Reach your left arm to the sky. Open up to feeling playful and confident. Gently draw your right shoulder blade down your back. Reach your tailbone toward your heels and stack your hips. Exhale, come back to plank. Center your left hand on the mat. Roll onto the pinky edge of your left foot and stack your feet and legs. Extend up through your right arm and release your left shoulder blade down your back. Let the challenge of balancing open you to feeling confident. Exhale back to plank and then lower your knees to rest in Balasana, child's pose. Take a deep breath here as you prepare for an open and playful variation of Vashisthasana. Don't obsess about perfection or any agenda. Just be open to falling, trying again, and having fun. Now come back into plank. Center your right hand on the mat and roll onto the outside edge of the right foot. Externally rotate your left leg so your toes face the ceiling. Bend your left knee. Grab the mound of the left big toe with your left hand, and as much as possible, straighten your left leg toward the ceiling as the sole of your right foot presses into the mat. Don't worry if your top leg isn't straight. Instead, focus on rooting your bottom leg through the sole of your right foot in order to lift up and express your spaciousness. Press down through your right big toe and your right hand to help you lift your hips. Open your chest and gaze up at the toes. Breathe into a sense of playfulness. Then look down, release your big toe, and stack your legs back into side plank. Release your left hand back to the mat and come to plank. Then lower your knees and rest in child's pose. Feel the physical space open in your body as you breathe. Come back to plank. And take the left hand to the center of your mat, rolling onto the outer edge of your left foot. Externally rotate your right leg so your toes face the ceiling. Bend your right knee, grab the mound of the right big toe with your right hand, and straighten your right leg as much as possible, as you root through the sole of your left foot. Open your chest and gaze up at the toes. Feel confident, playful, and balanced. Then look down, release your big toe, and stack your legs back into side plank. Release your right hand down and come back to plank. Lower your knees and release into smooth, open breaths in child's pose. Yoga is all about making physical space in your body. Feel that space opening and then open the door to make space in your thoughts, relationships, choices, options, and beliefs. Lift your torso up and lie onto your back for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining bound angle pose. Take the soles of your feet together and let your knees open out to the sides. Place one hand above your navel and the other at your heart. Seal in your commitment to both physical and mental space. Absorb this lack of resistance and let the opportunity to open up pour in. This rejuvenating sequence designed by Cora Wen will refresh, revitalize, and renew your mind, body, and spirit. Choose a place to practice where you'll be warm and uninterrupted. Have a bolster nearby. Extend your legs and place your hands next to your hips in Dandasana, staff pose. Sit quietly for a few moments and begin to follow the rhythm of your breath. From staff pose, you'll take a variation of the seated twist Bharadvajasana, Bharavaja's twist. Bring your right foot to your left inner thigh and take your left foot behind you. If your left sitting bone lifts higher than your right, place a blanket under your right sitting bone to balance your pelvis. Reach through your toes and keep the tops of your ankles open. Twist from your belly, taking your left hand to the outside of your right leg and your right hand behind you. Turn your head to the left and breathe freely. Drop your weight steadily through the root of your pelvis. As you compress your abdominal organs, breathe into your back body, side ribs, and chest. Slow down your breath. Feel your energy becoming more focused. Release the twist and extend your legs to return to staff pose. Rest your left foot inside your right inner thigh and bend your right knee to place your right foot behind you. Use the blanket beneath your left sitting bone if your right hip lifts higher than your left. Keep the tops of your ankles open. Turn your belly to the left and place your right hand outside your left leg. Place your left hand behind your pelvis to support your twist. Turn your head to the right. Allow your breath to move freely throughout your body as you twist. Bring your attention to your entire spine, feeling the shape of the twist. As you twist, move your awareness even more deeply inside. Feel the balance in your body and breath. Release back to center and unfold your legs. You'll have an opportunity to soak up the refreshing effects of this twist in this next pose, a supported chest opener. Place a bolster lengthwise on your mat and sit with your pelvis at one end of the bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a few neatly folded blankets or a large firm pillow. Bend your knees, take your feet hip distance apart, and lie back. Feel your spine, shoulders, and neck completely supported, and release the weight of your torso into that support. Lift your arms overhead, clasp your elbows with either hand, and rest your forearms back. If that arm position puts strain on your shoulders, open your arms out to the side. Encourage the front of your torso to open by relaxing the effort in your arms and shoulders. Feel your mind slowing down and your body and breath opening up. Take in this relaxation and enjoy the slower rhythm of your breath. To release, roll to one side of the bolster. Place your hands on the floor and press up. Let your head follow your torso. Come forward onto your hands and knees. You'll continue to open your front body in Salamba Supta Virasana, supported reclining hero pose. Sit in front of the bolster with your thighs together and your feet just outside your hips. If you feel strain in your knees, sit up on a block. Place your hands on the floor behind you and lie back. Let your knees open naturally and release your arms by your side. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, place a folded blanket or two on the bolster to give yourself more support. Feel free to close your eyes to deepen your sense of relaxation. Rest your spine on the support as you let your thighs release toward the floor. Expand your chest slowly with your inhalations. Keep a steady rhythm as you exhale. Feel the purifying effect of your breath as your mind becomes calm and more quiet. To come up, press your hands into the floor and lift up through your chest. Come onto all fours and extend your legs forward into staff pose to stretch out the backs of your legs. Take a simple cross-legged position for Agni Stambhasana, fire log pose. Lift your right ankle onto your left knee and shift your left foot forward under your right knee, stacking both shins like two fire logs. If the sensation in your knees or hips is too intense, or your right knee and thigh resist releasing toward the floor, go back to a simple cross-legged position with your right shin in front. Place your hands on your thighs and take a few long, slow breaths as you wake up the energy in your hips. For a deeper stretch in your outer hips and inner thighs, walk your hands forward onto the floor and slowly fold. Let your breath move freely into your hips, thighs, and entire torso. Focus your attention on your breath as you witness the sensations in your thighs and pelvis. Relax any resistance in your mind. Keep that calm quiet as you deepen your release into your hips. Inhale to lift the torso back to center. Release your right foot from the top of your left knee and unfold your legs for the second side. Take your left ankle on top of your right knee and shift your right foot forward, stacking both shins. Take the simple cross-legged position with your left shin in front of the right if the fire log pose gives you too much sensation or your left leg does not release. Rest your hands on your thighs. Ease your mind into your breath as you watch the sensation in your hips. To work more deeply in your outer hips and inner thighs, take your hands to the floor and fold forward. Encourage your breath to open and flow freely. Continue to release the tension in your hips. Inhale to come up. Uncross and stretch out your legs. Come onto all fours for Salamba Adho Mukha Svanasana, supported downward facing dog. Place the end of the bolster beneath your breastbone. Pull your navel in toward your spine and lift up and back into down dog. Rest your forehead on the bolster. Feel free to add a folded blanket to the bolster or even remove the bolster and use a blanket instead in order to create maximum length in your neck. Lift your tailbone away from your head as you stretch the backs of your legs and release your heels toward the floor. Relax the skin of your forehead as you anchor down through your hands and feet. Lift through your hip creases, tilt your pelvis forward, and release your spine freely. From down dog, step your right foot forward between your hands and pivot onto your feet into a wide straddle for Salamba Prasarita Padottanasana, supported wide-legged standing forward bend. Adjust your bolster so that you can rest the crown of your head on its support, using folded blankets for more height if you need them. Step your heels out a little so your feet are slightly pigeon-toed. Lift your belly toward your spine and soften the backs of your legs as you find balance through the left and the right sides of your body. Relax your shoulders and arms and allow your abdominal organs to receive an internal massage from the forward fold. Keep an even press through the inner and outer edges of your feet. Balance your weight through your legs and feet and lengthen the back of your neck. Relax your eyes, temples, and the base of your skull. To release, lift your head, pivot on your heels, walk your torso back over your right leg, move your head support, and then step back to down dog. Next, you'll take a variation of Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, to invigorate your organs and spine and boost your vitality. Step your left foot behind and to the outside of your right foot. Bend your right knee and lift your right heel as you twist, reaching your left heel toward the floor. Extend your left fingertips toward the front left corner of your mat, lifting your palm to increase the stretch, but keep your fingertips grounded. Turn the left side of your belly up and peek under your left armpit. Gently fire up your breath and invigorate through your arms and legs. Enjoy this deep stretch as you twist and balance your weight simultaneously. Feel your body regain its vigor as you wake up and recharge your energy. Release the twist, taking your left foot on the floor next to your right foot for a few centering breaths in down dog. Place your right foot to the outside of your left foot for the second side. Bend your left knee, lift your left heel, and twist as you shift your right heel toward the floor. Reach your right fingertips to the front right corner of your mat and lift your palm off the floor to work into a deeper stretch. You might feel like you want to lift your right fingertips, but keep them on your mat to extend the twist. Turn and open your belly to the right, gazing beneath your right armpit. Allow your strength to build in your arms and legs as you stretch deeply across your belly and spine. Twist and balance, weaving your breath throughout your body and encouraging openness in your mind. To come out, unwind your spine and bring your feet parallel to one another to return to down dog in center. Lower your knees to the floor and rest your pelvis on your heels in Balasana, child's pose. Reconnect with your breath as you slow its rhythm. You'll take Salamba Balasana, supported child's pose, to wind down and integrate the energy of your practice. Inhale to come up. Bring your big toes close to one another and sit on your heels with your knees wide. Place the bolster in front of your belly. Fold forward and release your torso onto the bolster. Turn your head to rest your right cheek. If your chest does not reach the support, layer folded blankets, building up the height until you are held by the bolster. Gently round your spine and release your weight down. Allow your torso to rest completely on the bolster. Draw your breath more fully into your back body. Inhale, lift and turn your head to rest your left cheek on the bolster. Let the shape of the pose gently stretch your lower back. Feel the release throughout your body as your mind settles into quiet repose. To come up, lift your torso and move the bolster forward slightly. You'll come into Salamba Bharadvajasana, supported Bharadvaja's twist. Sit with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and your right hip snug up against the bolster. Take both knees and shins to the left, resting your legs on the floor and your left ankle in the arch of your right foot. Lift your sternum as you twist your belly towards the right and lay onto the support. Rest your right cheek on the bolster or continue the twist by turning your head to the right and resting on your left cheek. Be careful to stretch modestly in this strong twist. You're likely to feel the full effects of this stretch the day after you practice. Center your awareness on the function of the twist. Feel the compression of your organs and soften your belly as you twist. Relax your eyes. Move your breath freely into the shape of your body. On an inhalation, press both hands into the floor and lift your torso up to gently unwind your spine. Take a moment to breathe here to feel your body come to center. For the second side, turn your body so your left hip is up against the bolster with your knees bent and feet flat to the floor. Take your legs to the right and rest your right ankle in your left arch. Keep the weight of your pelvis down towards the floor. Lift up through your chest, twist your belly left, and then lower your torso onto the bolster. Rest your left cheek on the bolster or deepen the twist by turning your head to the left. Move slowly and watch the sensations in your belly, torso, and back. Focus on unfolding the twist slowly with your breath. Observe your mental balance as you move your attention more deeply inside. On an inhalation, lift your torso off the bolster and take a comfortable seat to breathe. Notice how the slow and steady movement in this practice wakes up the entire body to feeling revitalized and refreshed. Now you'll integrate the benefits of this practice, relaxation and rejuvenation, in Salamba Shavasana, supported corpse pose. Extend your legs in front of you, placing the bolster under your knees, and lie back. Let your legs and feet fall apart from each other naturally, and feel your entire body release all effort. Soften your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and even your skin, letting the organs of perception dissolve. Listen to your breath to bring your awareness inward. Rest in that awareness. Feel your body, mind, and spirit completely at ease.